If my HOA comes out here, I'm going to have to get rid of this ASAP. But for now, it's going to work. Let's go start some seeds. Hey guys, welcome back to Tomatoes, Puppies, and Everything Gardening. I'm Heather. You can see my indoor babies are doing well after getting potted up. So today's video is all about combining two gardening kind of, I guess you call it a hack maybe. I've seen them on Facebook. You're scrolling through and you see these little gardening things. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to go show you. It'd be better if I show you and then try to explain. But this is going to be hopefully combining two very unique seed starting ideas or concepts in one. And I think it's going to work perfect. Basically, we're going to combine the seed snail roll thingamabob with, I'm sure you've seen it as you scroll through different social media. It's like you use one of those clear plastic pull-out drawers that you can get like a box store like Walmart or Target. We're going to drill holes all through there. We're going to start seeds, our seed snails, in that container. All right, so this is what we have to work with. This was in my daughter's closet, and she cleaned out her closet, and she said it was like falling apart and broken, and it is very wobbly and kind of unstable, but it will be perfectly fine for our use. She wanted to throw it away, and I'm like, no. And then I remembered I've always wanted to try this concept I've seen so many times where people put their seedlings in here. Usually they're in little cups, plastic cups, seed starting trays. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to dig holes. There's three layers, 3 drawers. I'm going to dig holes in the bottom. And for our seed snails, I'm going to be cutting this fabric. It's kind of like, you know what you line your kitchen cabinets with? So this is all left over from a project, actually from a long, long time ago when we first moved in. I had lined all the cabinets and I had extra, and I had them stuffed in a drawer for a very long time. And look at how much space that takes up. I'm trying to declutter. So I thought I'll just use this for this project and it'll be perfect. So what people normally do when they do the seed snail is they use the bubble wrap. Goodness, which I do have a small amount of that. We can try a couple. All right, so I'm going to get this set up outside. I'm going to go get the drill. I'm going to get some soil, and then we will get busy. I think I may have made it a little too tall, so I might have to rewrap here in a second. But you guys get the idea. Gather up some soil, and we're just going to plant our seeds just like we would normally plant our seeds. I need to go pick out some seeds real quick. Okay, so this project we're going to focus only on my flower seeds, not any that need code stratification. We're going to focus on seeds that I consider more warm weather type. Does not require a long period of code stratification or any code stratification. Will do well in the hot summer months. You want to help pick out seeds? Okay. All right, so I'm thinking sunflowers, zinnias, cosmos, marigolds. I want to do some of the really tall African marigolds this year. I love the smell. I know some people don't, but I do. And what else? What am I thinking? Yes, we need a lot of calendula. And let's just peek through here. Unfortunately, these could be mixed up. Okay, so we're going to grab cosmos. I've got a pack of cosmos, different varieties. It might be too late to do the dahlias. Let's see. Aster takes a long time. You know, I should probably divide these up by how long it takes. So I have a ton of volunteer celosia. So I don't think, actually maybe I should do some of the flamingo, because I bought one like a month ago to match it, a darker, richer pink color, but I don't know where I put it. Definitely a bunch of zinnias. I think these are all zinnias. Okay, there's zinnias. And then, do not think my sunflower seeds are in here. I am missing a bunch of seeds, if you can believe it or not. Yes, it's true. I am missing a bunch of seeds. This is not my entire flower seed collection. These will be pretty. This is an annual. No, it says perennial. Tender perennial. I thought this was an annual. Oh, okay. Zone 9 through 11. Okay, so it is an annual. We'll do these. Goodness. The African daisy, I think that takes quite a while, so I should have started those sooner. Maybe we could do these phlox. These are pretty. Oh, I love Gombrina. Now, I already started some Gombrina indoors. I don't want to do a different color. We'll do all the same color. Yeah, I'm not even seeing any sunflowers down in here at all. So, we have got to go find those. I feel like I'm missing a whole bunch of seeds. Like, this is normally full. So, I'm not sure who took off with all my seeds. Oh, here's calendula over here. So, we'll take those. Bachelor button I like to sow in the fall. I can do that here in this growing zone. Now, I did have a brand new one I wanted to try this year. It was called Bridal something or other. Let's see. Well, I think we got enough to get started. And I will definitely go try to find my sunflowers because I really, really, really need those. I guess I could do some more tick seed. Tick seed is like the bane of my existence. I can also sow this in the fall, though. I've got it growing everywhere, and then I hate it because it gets so lanky and wild and falling over, and it drives me nuts. I'm not going to sow any. I've got plenty out there volunteered. Yeah, I think we got enough to get started. There was one seed I needed to get started. Where is it? These I can direct sow. These are a cool weather flower here. Is it a 5-spot? No, it's not. This is like a replacement for Morning Glory that doesn't get as big or as invasive. So I'll stick these somewhere in the ground. I'm looking for my cups and saucer. That is what I'm looking for. I really need to start those. I should have started those like a month ago. All right, I got a lot of seeds for us to get started with. This is the roll that I rolled up last night that was too tall. I decided just to keep it like this, and I'm actually going to keep it over in my greenhouse. This is going to be for sunflowers as soon as I find them. I'm hopeful they're in the garage somewhere. I did see them in the last month. Don't know where they are, though. I have to find them. That'll be on my to-do list today. So we'll just put this off to the side and then make up some more smaller, shorter snail rows for our pull-out drawers. All right, all the holes are drilled in the bottom of the drawers, the pull-out drawers. I know that is ugly as you know what, but I actually think this is going to work quite well because it's going to get super warm in there. And so during the day, like today it's 70-ish, I will just pull the drawers out and put them on the ground. Or if it's not heavy, I guess I could just pull them out. And at night, if we're going to get cold, because we're still getting a little cold at night, I can just close the drawer. And I think it's going to work great. I'm really anxious to see how this works. And I think, you know, yeah, I can do the snail method if they're short with those drawers. But I can also just start seeds in my little seedling trays. It's the Sunshine Blend. I have another pack of this in the house, so I think I'm going to use the whole pack. And those only get 12 to 18 inches tall. That would make a beautiful, gorgeous display. So, you know, we just looked at the container drawer thingy bin that we're going to put our snail rows in, but then I'm like, okay, why don't I just put seed starting cells and trays in there, which this is like the perfect height. So I'm gonna fill this up with soil to the you know, 90% full, and then we are gonna sow these exactly as it says on the back, 1/4 inch, so I'll probably go 1/8 of an inch deep. Looks like it's 7 to 20 days, and I think in that nice warm drawer pull-out setup we got, they're going to germinate pretty quick. It does say ideal soil temp is 60 to 65, so this drawer would definitely need to be out during the day. All right, I'm just going to sprinkle these on top. This is a lot of seeds, but we can make a beautiful display, right? Well, it's not as many as I thought. Maybe like 30, 40. It's from 2022, so maybe not all will germinate. Spread some of those out a little bit better. And now we're just going to put 1/8 of an inch or so, pinch more soil on top. And then I'll give these a mist. And we will go put them in our new contraption. But first we have to label. I cannot forget to label. We're going to pop in a few, let's say 3 to 5 of the red spike amaranth seeds into this cup. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this is so much faster for me just to use these flexible storage bin turned into seed starting block trays. I get those at Target. People ask me about them all the time. I get them at Target. I drill holes in the bottom and I use them to start seeds. Anyways, this is working so much faster than rolling up those snail rows. I'm thinking maybe the snail rows might be better for me for winter sowing. Maybe I could make a snail row and popping it into a milk jug, something that needs co-stratification. I'm going to make a few. I'll make a couple, but so far I'm loving just doing this, putting them in that pull-out drawer. This is the globe amaranth that I've already started. I have some that I started indoors under lights and not many germinated. So I'm going to pop in another, let's say 5 to 8 seeds here, maybe more, 10. And because this is beautiful in a group mass planting. Anything that says it really needs co-stratification, we're not even going to fool with it. And that's okay. We'll wait till next year. We'll winter sow this or start it outdoors directly, you know, by some winter sowing in place. To celosias that I was talking about. Flamingo is a pale kind of pink. It doesn't really get pretty until fall. I've never grown the ruby parfait. So I'm just going to mix the seeds together and maybe just put like 10 into this little container because I will have a lot of this one self-seed. So maybe I'll just do like, well, wait a minute, let me think for a minute. Maybe I'll just do this one and then I can relocate some of these that self-seed. I know they look very similar, but I think they're going to look very different. So at the moment, this is the only sunflower I can find because it came in order, you know, a few weeks ago. So I'm just going to pop those seeds down into the seed snail, just like I was planting into the ground. And then I will put him back over there in my little greenhouse because it doesn't fit in the pull-out drawers of our new contraption. All right, there it is. I think it might work okay. We'll see. Never done this method before. I think I'm only going to do that one. And I know you're thinking, okay, why don't you just put all of your little seed trays in your little greenhouse? Well, because this is going to be taken up soon with just tomatoes and peppers getting hardened off and ready for planting in the ground. So that's why. But I'm really liking this setup. I know, like I said, it's very ugly, but I was quickly able to sow all of these seeds. And then tonight, I will just pull this out, set them all in there, close it back up tight. Let's go do some more. We're also going to start some cucumber seeds. Maybe I can get those in the ground in, say, a week or so. And I'm going to do just a mix of different squashes in this container. I got to go water it. And hopefully we can beat the squash vine borers. I know that's a big joke, but I can try, right? I'll keep trying. Seed packet got wet, so we're going to start this entire packet of the Sensations Cosmos. This container here, I've already labeled it. Now for the calendula. I have a lot of different varieties. The Racina is the one that is most potent if you want to do some kind of medicinal salve with your calendula, but I also like pretty colors too. So maybe we'll do Touch of Red. This one gets really big, King Orange or Orange King. And then we will do some of the Racina as well. Actually, let's just go with these three here. They're all from 2021. I really need to use up the seeds. I think they will still do just fine. So we'll do the Racina, Pacific Beauty, and Orange King. This one is really tall, but look at how pretty. Whoa, the wind. If you've never looked at calendula seeds, I found them to be beautiful and fascinating. They're just like little snail or alien growths or something you would find in the ocean. And they're different sizes. Some are tiny, some are big. They're just so cool. I mean, they look like some kind of fossil or something. some kind of alien left here. Just found them to be extremely cool looking. One of the most cool seats. I mean, really, just so cool. I have a thunderstorm getting ready to roll in. So, what we are going to do, you see my little broccoli seedlings? Wanted to get them in the ground before the rain started. What we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead. I've got a whole drawer full here. We're just going to close that up. And I'll open it back after the thunderstorm. I just don't want a bunch of rain to pelt that soil and make the seeds all disperse and move around. And definitely I'll get back out here. I'll close it up. But I'm really liking this system because now all I can do is come over here with my little hose, put it on a mister setting, and just mist them all at once so quick. If we get a storm or it's super cold, just close it up. I'm really liking this, guys. All right, I will give you an update soon on how these germinated, but I will talk to you soon. Bye.